Hey there, and welcome to HisTime365. I'm so glad you're here for day 34 of our 365-day journey through the Bible. Today, we'll look at Leviticus 18 through 21, and I'll walk you through what happens, what it means, and why it matters. I'll share a summary and some insights to help you see the big picture and connect with the heart of the Scripture. During your quiet time, I encourage you to read today's lesson in a Bible translation that speaks to you best. Now, grab a quiet moment, take a deep breath, and let's spend a few minutes giving God His time.
Living by God's guidelines, the heart of Leviticus 18 to 21. Have you ever felt overwhelmed by rules and regulations? It's easy to dismiss guidelines as mere restrictions. But what if they were designed to protect and guide us? Today, we journey through Leviticus chapters 18 to 21, where God lays down instructions for His people, showing them how to live in a way that honors Him and promotes harmony within the community. In Leviticus 18, God begins with a stark reminder of what is acceptable and what is not in terms of personal relationships and moral conduct. He emphasizes the importance of sexual purity, urging the Israelites to avoid practices that were common among the nations around them. "Ye shall not do after the doings of the land of Egypt," he warns, pointing out that their identity as His people is tied to their behavior. He outlines specific prohibitions against incest, unfaithfulness, and other immoral acts, underscoring the sanctity of family and community bonds. Moving into chapter 19, we see a broader scope of God's commands that touch on everyday life. This chapter is often referred to as the Holiness Code, calling for the Israelites to be holy as God is holy. It's packed with practical advice. Be honest in business, care for the poor, and treat others with respect. "Thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself" stands out as a timeless principle that resonates even today. Think about your workplace. How often do we treat colleagues with the respect and kindness that we'd like to receive? This chapter reminds us that our relationships, both personal and professional, should reflect love and integrity. Leviticus 20 takes a more serious turn, outlining the consequences of disobedience. The penalties for certain transgressions are severe, reflecting the gravity of turning away from God's ways. The Israelites are reminded again that they are set apart. "I am the Lord your God." This theme of separation is crucial. It's not just about following rules. It's about embodying a lifestyle that reflects God's character. In our modern lives, we might consider what it means to stand out in a world filled with ethical dilemmas and moral ambiguity. Are we willing to uphold our values even when they go against the tide? Chapter 21 continues to expand on the concept of holiness, focusing specifically on the priests and their responsibilities. God outlines standards for the priests, emphasizing their need for purity and dedication. They are to lead by example, being models of holiness for the people. "They shall be holy unto their God" serves as a reminder that leadership carries a significant weight of responsibility. In our families or work environments, we might find ourselves in positions where our actions influence others. How can we strive to be role models in our own contexts? As we wrap up this section of Leviticus, it's crucial to reflect on how these ancient guidelines apply to us today. For instance, in our digital lives, how do we navigate the complexities of online interactions? The principles laid out in Leviticus can guide us to engage with others authentically and respectfully, just as we are called to do in person. The call to holiness is not just a relic of the past, but a living challenge to embody God's values in every area of our lives. In summary, the chapters of Leviticus 18 to 21 remind us that God's guidelines are not arbitrary rules. They are intended to protect us and foster a community that reflects His love and holiness. God's guidelines lead us to a life of love, respect, and holiness. 1. What are some modern practices that challenge our understanding of holiness today? 2. How can we better support each other in living out God's guidelines in our daily lives?
Thanks so much for joining me today for His Time 365. Remember, today's reading is Leviticus 18 through 21, so be sure to spend some time with those verses during your quiet time. Tomorrow, we'll be diving into Leviticus 22 through 24, so feel free to read ahead if you'd like to prepare. If you enjoyed this time together, don't forget to like, subscribe, and tap the bell so that you never miss a day on this journey. I'll see you back right here tomorrow for day 35. Until then, stay encouraged, and thank you for giving God His time today.